We're going to take you through a few of the bigger awards, the named
This is
ones
your
that
year.
we all know about. So let's start this off. JD, you're going to be first. Calder Trophy. Who wins it?
Oh, I mean, listen, I want Faber to win, but Bedard will win. So, yeah.
Wow,
But I'm going Faber because I want the Faber-tooth tiger.
Can you have his
He looks
level?
so sad.
Listen,
saying that.
you got to give it to a guy that has played in all situations this season, played with a broken rib, wasn't asked,
Played a lot of minutes.
and did not even know that he'd be taking on this role with the injuries to Jared Spurgeon. Never played power play before, gets power play time, puts up great numbers, and gives them somewhat of a chance to make it into the playoffs on a depleted Minnesota Wild team. I know Bedard, the point stuff, but and plus minus, but minus 40 being the greatest Calder Trophy, the first Calder Trophy winner with the worst plus minus.
Yeah.
I know it's not a stat. We all hate it. It's okay. But there was guys on that team that were in the plus. So I'm just going to say Faber. Everybody's going to hate
I'm
me.
going to say
Bedard wins it.
I'm going to say, listen, you can't argue with Faber as what impact he had in the season. And I agree with all those things, but I'm not a former defenseman or in the NHL, certainly. So I would have to say, for me, I'm going to go with Connor Bedard.
Yeah, give it to him.
I'm not part of the club like you are.
No,
but I would just say, listen, he came into this league with so much hype around him as an 18-year-old kid, which, Faber's a little bit older, right? This is a kid that's come in, he's 18. He had I think about what went on in Chicago this year. I mean, he had anybody they brought in to help him ended up being hurt or tossed off the team. And so he ended up really with not much help around him.
Yeah.
And yet he still put up numbers and he lived up to all that attention. So for me,
he will win.
Yeah.
So I don't get carved.
All right, Hart Trophy. Who wins? Or who do you think should win?
come on.
Kucherov.
Ooh, okay.
Kucherov's my pick. A winger that has done something that hasn't been done in years with the point discrepancy between him and the second place player on his team. I think it was something upwards of 50-point difference. And to do that as a winger and have the offense come through you as a winger is so important. Most times you see centers with this kind of the season that he's had because, you get a couple chintzy assists winning a faceoff, but he does so much.
Yeah.
Without him, at the start of the year, they would have been a bottom of the barrel team, and he kind of kept them afloat till everybody was healthy. And I thought his season as a whole, playoffs, not so great, but it's not a playoff trophy.
Nope,
That's
not at
right.
all.
It's a regular season
It's a
trophy, which
regular-
for me is Kucherov's my guy. I think he takes it.
He was fantastic this year. I don't
Going
think you
against
go
me, you're
wrong.
setting me up.
You don't go wrong with any of these picks, although you just apparently did, because I'm going to say Nate McKinnon.
Nate
in this
Dogg.
case. I just think he's just so high energy. I mean, maybe, and it might be just for me, I'm watching like on the edge of my seat.
So
to watch.
you're giving the trophy to the guy who takes the most Red Bulls?
Yes. Yes. Peter Stastny was well known for a lot of Red Bull during his career. As you can see him up there. But I don't even know if they had Red Bull at that time. But yeah, I mean, it could go either way. I don't really know who's going to win that award, to be honest with you. The Professional Hockey Writers Association votes on it. I think it could go either way. I would have voted for McKinnon, but it would have been I'm glad I don't vote on it because it would have been really
it's a tough one.
hard to separate.